Can you show the back of your head?
Gotcha.
What is the meaning behind this hairstyle? I've never seen a hairstyle like that, especially in Atlanta.
Gotcha. I definitely, like I said, I always give props, when I, either take something from somebody or get an idea from somebody. The first person I seen with this haircut is actually called a fatback, by the way. I seen Lil Durk with it. Lil Durk is one of my favorite artists coming out of Chicago, and Lil Durk had it for not too long. He had it to where it's a Muslim-based hairstyle, and the back is actually a fro. You tell your barber, don't really touch the back, and you keep a low cut in the front, tipped out on the side, tipped out in the back. It's called a fat back. And I basically took that haircut when I seen it. Like I say, if he would have kept it, I don't really think I would have, did it, because I try to, like I say, I try to keep everything different. I don't really like copying other people, but I definitely will give him props for that, because he inspired me to get it. I just looked at it as, coming into the rap game, different wins. That's how I feel. When you're different, you win. So I came into it. Nobody else has this hairstyle, like you said. Nobody, especially coming from my area in Atlanta, carries this hairstyle. I had it in black at first, black afro, black in the front. And then I thought about it. I said, what could really make it stand out to where people can say, bro, I don't know what you're doing there, but, it's different. I get that a lot. So, I dyed the back, kept the black front, and, I ran with it.
Is there a meaning behind the blonde color?
Behind the blonde color, no, it's not really a meaning. Like I said, growing up, I always wanted to dye my hair. I just never had the hairstyles to do it. I always kept a low cut. So I definitely, like I said, when I got the chance to dye the back to make, it look different, I definitely took the chance.
Are you Muslim?
No, I'm not Muslim.
Okay. But that's the origin of that.
Mm-hmm. I did my research on it. Like I said, I never want to run into, any unnecessary problems and not have an answer to it. I have found out that, this is a Muslim-based, origin of the haircut.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Is Durk Muslim?
I think his father is, and I think he got the haircut at the time because his father is incarcerated.